3, 2, 1, go!
At my previous office, we had an espresso machine, and I was always impressed with the quality, but I didn't realize all that Nespresso was doing for sustainability. So this challenge gave me the opportunity to increase my awareness of the many initiatives that Nespresso is taking part in. For me, it's important as a future business leader for a company that not only act ethically, but also to focus on sustainability. And so I'm really excited that Nespresso is taking part in challenges like this, looking for innovative ideas to improve their product and also to improve the world around them.
So I come from a marketing background, and before this challenge I had no idea of where our world was coming to, where our world was going in terms of the whole sustainability thing. But after spending 2 weeks on this challenge, I have learned a lot.
I really love coffee, but in my work, my experiences in wildlife conservation and in rural development, I've seen plenty of examples of really bad coffee production, which bring very little value to the farmers that are producing very low-grade coffee and erode the ecosystems in the sourcing regions. So I think it's truly important that Nespresso continues to pursue its efforts to work with farmers in ensuring the environmental and social sustainability of its product, its premium product on which its brand so depends. And I'm particularly excited about the company's plans to pursue a major program of agroforestry, which will see so much value added, both for biodiversity and for diversification of farmers' livelihoods in those coffee-growing regions.
I always found it fascinating seeing these little capsules that they've travelled so far, and they contain coffee with such a special terroir, as the wine industry would call it, from the coffee estates that they come from. But as a consumer, I'm about to throw that either in the bin or try and work out where to send it next. And it needs to be really easy to make sure that this goes a little bit further rather than just ending up in the trash. So most of our project actually focuses on that specific challenge and making it really easy and really important for every consumer out there to make sure this travels the right distance so it can be reused.
I also found it really interesting to look at aspirational consumers. I knew very little about that customer segment before starting this challenge. I actually found that I consider myself to be an aspirational consumer, so a lot of the things that we talked about would draw me in to the Nespresso product.
And with the Nespresso challenge and with what Nespresso is doing as a company, and I think it's really commendable on how far we can go.
What I found really fascinating about the Nespresso Sustainability Challenge was looking at the Ellen MacArthur systems thinking diagrams, where we got to draw out all of the loops from Nespresso to the customer and back again. But then we got to attack all the different areas of leakage that we could make a real difference and make Nespresso have a better service for the customer.
I did have some reservations about taking part in the MBA challenge from Nespresso. I think because inherently I've always had a concern about the entire portion coffee market in relation to the waste that it generates from used capsules or pods. But converse to that, that is absolutely the reason to participate in a challenge such as this. And I do truly believe that Nespresso is absolutely on the right track in its plans to adopt and put into practice the principles of the circular economy. There is so much more value that can be generated from each unit of resource that we put into the system, which will benefit the business, the consumers, the environment, and the farmers that are producing such a great product.
I personally think that everybody should believe in something. I believe I'll have another coffee.